Hey, what's going on, everybody? Long Box Love Affair here. I have a convention haul. I went to this Comic-Con that happens every once in a while in my area, and I picked up a bunch of great books. And actually, I was surprised to see what was on that wall. So that's going to be the last book I show. So if you really just need to see that, go to the end. But I swear there's some real good books in this haul, and it's going to be short and sweet. Before I get into the convention haul, right around that time, I was bidding on an auction on Facebook, and I won this Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur number 3, the variant, the 1 in 25 variant. These are harder to come by, especially now that there's an animated show. You don't see much of these. I have number 2, I believe that's the one I picked up on my most recent haul from Wilmington, North Carolina. But this book is minty. It is probably one I will send off. It's a Paul Pope cover, and I would assume it's super low print run since the early issues of this run, most of this run, if not all of it, was underprinted. Let's get back to the actual convention. So I didn't spend a whole lot of time. I usually just need 2 hours, and I zero in and figure out what is on my list. Either tangentially or the hardcore list, the ones that I'm really looking for. And there's dealers at this con that have modern keys, variant covers, they have new books, as well as a lot of dealers have old. There's a couple that have really old Silver Age and things that are really pricey, but rightfully so. That's the going rate for a lot of things. So I didn't buy too many pricey books except for one, but I'll tell you about that deal when I get to it. But I'd been looking for this book, and Carl had it. He knows I was looking for it, and it's Marvel Comic Presents 175. So I picked this up for, list price is $30. I think I got it for a little bit less than that. It is the final issue, low print run, cool Spider-Man skull on the cover. I haven't read this yet, but I'm looking forward to it. This has been one that, back when I first started doing YouTube, maybe 4 years ago, people were talking about this book, and then it sort of dropped off. I've never seen this in the bins, and I was looking through this particular dealer's stuff, and he said he had it, but just we couldn't find it that particular day until this particular con, because he's a repeat vendor at these cons. So I was happy to find this. It was in the first box that I checked out, and I knew he had it. I just didn't know if it would show up. Also from the same vendor, I picked up Astonishing Wolfman number 5. This is a second copy. This might be a better copy. It was in his scratch and dent pile. It does have a bunch of dents, but I have one that is the same. This is the connecting variant cover that Invincible, Brit, and Wolfman did back in that time period. So just a nice cover for $5. I couldn't leave it behind. For around $35, I picked up Infinity Gauntlet number 1, the Granoff variant. I've actually never found this in the bins, so I've been looking at these on eBay, not pulling the trigger. It's a killer Thanos cover. It's the first appearance of this new character. One of the things that I was a pet peeve of mine during the Secret Wars reboot that Marvel did several years ago. They did all these new series. They stopped publishing their normal stuff. They did all these new series, including this Infinity Gauntlet miniseries. I had high hopes. I'm a big fan of the original source material. This character came out of nowhere. They did nothing with her. So there's some speculation that they might be using this character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm doubtful about that, but we'll see. But nonetheless, I wanted to pick this book up. It is a killer cover. I thought the price was right, and I didn't have to pay any shipping because of eBay. And yeah, just kind of grab it while I can, because it is in my sweet spot of collecting. But I am perturbed that Marvel in general, with the Secret Wars miniseries that they did, nothing happened to them. You didn't really even have to read them, which is always a bother to me. Also, Carl had Legion of Monsters number 1 for $10. Killer Morbius cover. We got Bloodstone on the cover. I don't know much about this book other than it's been spec'd on. It's a great copy, and I'm looking forward to checking this out a little further. I have so much on my reading list, it's crazy. Another vendor at this con, which I don't think I've said, but it is in Laurel, Maryland. It rotates between Timonium, outside of Baltimore, and in Laurel, Maryland, Clandestine Comics. So this vendor, CK Comics, got his business card. He had some great stuff. Nothing that I was really needing at that moment, but I was flipping through, and I left. We had a decent conversation. And then I was like, oh, I think I saw this particular book that I ended up buying. But I couldn't find it when I went back, and I thought, oh shoot, someone bought it, which is highly possible. If you snooze, you lose. But it was in not the first bin, but the third bin, because I was looking under A, but it was further in under, I think, N. So what I picked up was New Agents of Atlas #2, the third print, second printing. Picked it up for actually, he gave me a nice deal. I think it was about $40, and which I really appreciated too. I mean, everyone was very, very generous with their deals at this con. So this is the first appearance of Sword Master, who is now the new Iron Fist. Is he the flavor of the month? Is he the flavor of the week? Iron Fist is a mini series that is coming out now. So are they going to do anything with him? Are they going to use him and then go back to Danny Rand? I think it's an exciting prospect to have him as Iron Fist and see what they do with this. But this is a low printed second printing, so I think that's pretty cool. I have different printings for 1 and 2. I don't have all of them, so this is an exciting addition to the collection. Another dealer had this book, which I buy every time I can find a variant cover to it, Sex Criminals #1. Now, this was a cover I wasn't realizing what it was. It was the second printing. We had to look it up, but I looked it up, and second printing had a different cover, but it does say second printing on the back, I believe. I love the words written here. I love the outline, how it's a different color than the normal cover. I have probably every printing of this issue, or almost every printing. As I found them, I picked them up. Even some of the store variants, which I find, and the covers are pretty cool. This is a great read. It's not for those that might be more prudish, given the title, but it is really fun. It's a great read, and I highly recommend it if you are of age. And it's Chip Zdarsky, I think. Yeah, Matt Faction and Chip Zdarsky. So the humor is on point. So check this one out. The last 3 books were ones that I was really pleased about, and the first books I picked up at the con. So they were bundled together, and I'll tell you what the price was at the end, because everything was 25% off. So I was surprised to find Wind #1, the third print, super low print run, unappreciated book. If they ever do anything with this property, they may. This is a book to have, the third print. I have the second, and I have the first print, and including #2, and I think #3 might even have different printings, but I think I now have had all the alternate printings for the first 3 issues, and that was something I wanted. It was listed at $15. I did not pay that. It was 25% off. And on eBay, this is like 25 to 35. Some people even want much more, which I think is ridiculous. I missed out on this at my comic shop because I was out of town hunting elsewhere, but Avengers, the Swaby, I think that's how you say it, the Miles Morales Black History Month variant cover. This is Avengers 53. The thing is, at final order cutoff, I thought about buying this, and I mistakenly did not include it. So I was happy to find a copy. This was $15, but 25% off. The Crown Jewel. I was like, I couldn't believe I found this book. This is a book I have been looking for about a year and a half. And I gave up because I thought this got out of my price range. And I'll tell you why. First, let me show you it. Something is Killing the Children, #1, the Black Cape Comics variant. It has a certificate. Who cares? I don't care about a certificate from a store. It says it's authentic from the store. Who cares? But I'd care if it was signed. It is not signed. Now, this is a book that was on the wall for $3.50. It was 25% off. So between this, the Black History Month, and Wind, I paid $2.85, which I think that works out to be about 25% off. I would have spent probably more on this book if I saw it in this condition. It's beautiful. It's near mint. I think it's a 9.8 candidate, but these books are hard because of the high, the texture of the cover, the hardstock. What really excited me about this book is it's not signed. It's not signed by the artist, which is, oh gosh, this escapes my name, Schmalke, Joseph Schmalke. It's not signed by him. The ones I saw on eBay two summers ago, 2 summers at least, right before these books took off, I was stocking up on Something That's Killing the Children, as you know from my previous hauls. This book had signatures because he did a signature run of these covers. So I've rarely seen any that are not signed. I almost bought it with the signature, but I really didn't want to deal with the verification and if I sent it to the CGC. So this is a deal. I thought I got a great deal on this book. It is a beautiful cover. I'm not always a fan of Schmalke's work. Some of his stuff is a hit. Some of it's a little bit of a miss for me. But this is one of the few, actually this might be the one cover of #1 that I was missing. And I've been stocking up. So I'm going to send this off to CGC. I'm going to get this graded and hope for the best. I've had good luck with this vendor's Breakthrough Comics at this con. So it is a beauty. It has a top loader. And yeah, so this was the highlight. This was a great way to start the con. When I saw this on the wall, I didn't even want to ask. Didn't even want to ask the price because it was hidden. And when he showed it to me, I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to need to buy this unless it's tattered to all heck. So here we go. So I had a great haul. I had a great time at this con. I could have probably some vendors I didn't spend as much time at that I should have, but I really had to pick and choose. There were some that I couldn't even get in, wiggle my way into the pack of people. So it is what it is, and I felt pretty happy. I overextended myself a little bit with buying this. I was not expecting to spend this, but I think it is a worthwhile investment, and I think it will pay off in the future. So that's my haul. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you're new to my channel and you like this, you like comic book hauls, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up if you liked the video, and feel free to comment down below. I'll do my best to get back to everybody. So thanks again. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.